Today is 512 day that I'm here to share lessons I learned, and I'm learning. I hope those lessons support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I'll speak about values again. Yesterday I shared that there is a lot of roles. Like you can be a leader, you can be a brother, you can be a father, you can be a husband. It depends that on those roles you can potentially have different values. So when you're in that role and you make a decision, of course you think about, okay, what kind of values do I have as in this role? And then of course you make a decision. Now today I want to speak about values that every single person is supposed to have. Of course you can have priorities on the values, but I truly believe that those 10 values that I will share today, I truly believe that it's supposed to be between like top 20 values, because those are essential to really be a human being that other people want to follow, they want to be around, and be really society a positive person, not a negative person. Because in society there's a lot of givers and a lot of takers. And people who has amazing great values, especially those 10 that I will share with you, those are for sure givers, and those are people who you really want to have in your life. And of course if you want to have positive people in your life, you need to be positive people in other people's lives as well. So the first one value that every single person needs to have is integrity. So that means of course you want to be a trustworthy, honest, because when people say that, oh, this person have integrity, so that means of course you will have a lot of trust, and when you have trust you're able to build a relationship, because integrity and trust is essential and foundational of any relationships, business relationship, it could be relationships with your spouse or friends, and it doesn't matter what kind of relationship, integrity and trust is essential. Second is respect. I really love it's like that woman needs love and man needs respect. When you have the respect, people fight very, very hard to get respect, because a lot of time what people care about more about respect than money, because people achieve great things because they want respect from people that they admire. And I truly believe respect is an amazing thing, because when you respect someone you are able to follow. If you don't respect someone, of course you'll not be able to follow either. Number 3 is responsibility. It's a amazing value to have. That means when you set something that you will do, you are always able to do it. I see a lot of times people say, okay, I will do that, but then after that they bring excuses why they didn't do. But every excuse brings your values down, because if you have responsibility as your values, you take ownership and then say that this is what a mistake I did, I will never do that again. But if you bring excuses why you didn't perform, that means that you didn't take ownership. But if you need to say that this was my mistake, I'm sorry, it will never happen again, of course it shows that you're able to take responsibility for your actions and do what you said you will do. Number 4 is compassion. This is amazing value to have, because when you think about community, there will be never community, build strong community without compassion. You need to understand what other people feel and being able to support them. Because a lot of times people say, oh, it's very bad for you, but they do not do anything about it. Compassion is having that understanding what other people go through, and at the same time is willing to get out of your surroundings and trying to help them and doing your best to really not just understand but help them as well. Number 5 is gratitude. Gratitude is one of the essential in life, all in general, because I truly believe that people who are very grateful has amazing attitude, and of course great attitude leads to have a lot of relationships as well. And gratefulness brings joy and inner peace. You're not able to have a joyful life without inner peace, and gratefulness and gratitude is one of those key areas where you're able to get a joyful life. Number 6 is forgiveness. Every single person made mistakes. Every single person have been mistreated. And a lot of times people carry that grudge with themselves. And that doesn't allow you to move forward. Because if you try to put someone down, that means you putting yourself down as well. But if you lift someone up, you going up with them. So that means that when you're able to forgive and move forward, you don't need to go past. Because in the past there is nothing new. If you want to do something new in your life, of course you always need to move forward. Because forgiveness allows you to do that. I love the saying about forgiveness. If you are feeling bad about someone, it seems like drinking poison and thinking that other person will die from it. No. If you forgive, that means that you are forgiving yourself and allowing yourself to move forward. Number 7 is perseverance. If you want to succeed and really build a business, or build a career, build a skill, and succeed in a top 1%, top 5%, perseverance is essential. Because when you build a skill, there will be a lot of things that you need to do day by day. There will be a lot of days you don't feel like doing things. There are a lot of days you will feel that everything is not working. But if you are able to persevere and do those things necessary to move yourself forward, you will be happy that you did, because you know that your growth happens during tough days. Most of the time, not the good days. Because every single person is able to perform during good days. But only the best people who persevere are able to perform the rewards days. Number 8 is humility. And humility is, again, very, very important. Because I love that humility is not thinking less of yourself, but just thinking about yourself less. That means that if you want to add value to other people, you're able to really invest in yourself, because you're not able to give what you don't have. That's what John C. Maxwell says. So you're not able to give what you don't have. So if you want to give wisdom to someone, that means you need to receive it. So that means you need to invest a lot into yourself, but that means that you have others in mind. Because if you want to help others, you need to help yourself first. So that means humility and humbleness allows you really to do that. Because you know that everything what you achieved so far is not about you. It's all about others. You're trying to achieve greatness that you could help others to achieve the same thing. Number 9 is love. Of course, this is an essential value. That means you need to love your friends, you need to love your husband or wife, you need to love your parents, you need to love everyone. Like every single person needs to be loved. Because a lot of times it's like, what do you need in life to have peace? And a lot of times it boils down to love. If you love people, of course you will serve them, you will value them, you will respect them. That means that you need to have that unconditional love, because every single person deserves that. Of course, a lot of times people do bad things, but a lot of times they do bad things because they never had proper love. And number 10 value is courage. I truly believe that courage is essential in life, because when you have courage, everything is possible. Every skill could be built with courage. When you have courage, you can build sales, public speaking. Like there are so many skills that people are afraid to do because they don't have courage. But when you have courage, there is, as I said, there is no skill that you are not able to build. So if you want to pursue life, first, okay, how I could improve my courage? Because when you increase your courage, everything is possible. So those 10 values are essential. Every single person is supposed to have them and use them to make decisions, to live their lives day by day, to really be the best versions of themselves. So tomorrow we'll share more about every single piece about every value, because I really want to make sure that next couple of weeks, I invest much more time into really explaining what I believe is values and why it's so important to live by your values. So I hope you should tune in, and see you tomorrow.